Alright, so today we got a very special video. It's special because even I don't know what it's all about. I'll try to make this quick because I'm already late, but basically a company called The Hidden Japan has offered me the chance to try out their new tour. It's in Sakata, the city next to us, so we're gonna go and do that. I'll pack up, I'll get in my car, and I'll see you in a second. We're going to Sakata, a port city in Yamagata, one of my favorite port cities right behind the band who wrote Montreal. Sakata was a trading hub in the Edo period and saw the rise of the Honma clan, who eventually became the biggest landowners in all of Japan. To this day, the Honma name is everywhere in Shonai. So we met up at my local train station where, you guessed it, we took the train. And we head to Amarume station. Then they said my favorite thing, it's dinner time. So they brought us to a little cafe where we had some karaage. The rice and the sides were alright, but the karaage was really good. After dinner, we went to a nearby place called Shinsangyo Sozokan Karasu for a little bit of shopping, and they had some pictures including one of a kid getting hypothermia for some reason. And also, of course, all things Dadachamame, which is just a sweet edamame, and some kind of feminist wine contest? Who knows? They then took us to Anabusa Soy Sauce Factory, the Soy Sauce Brewery, which I didn't even know was a thing. This brewery dates back to 1923. That's before Google, which is impressive because how did they even know how to make soy sauce without Googling it? Now, we're not allowed to film the process, which happened quite a few times during the tour. I think it's fine. There's very good reasons, mostly cultural, why they do it like that. It was a bit inconvenient for someone trying to make a video, but as a regular tourist, it really isn't an issue, and the staff of Hidden Japan made sure to let us know when we could take pictures or not. As I said, sometimes it's for cultural reasons, so it might not be obvious to foreigners. Luckily for us, the Shoyu Brewery staff is extremely welcoming and fed us so much. I'll show you our little feast while I yap about what I learned. This brewery makes their shoyu in a traditional way, and it takes 1 to 2 years of fermentation per batch. To give you a frame of reference, most commercial brands that you'll find in the West only ferment their soy sauce for 6 months, and use some accelerators. For most of the little soy sauce packets you get ordering takeout, the process is cut to 3 days. The difference is definitely noticeable in the soy sauce, but even more so in the products they make from it, like soy sauce salt or like sweet soy sauce. The staff from Hidden Japan told us that all that food was unexpected. The owners are just extremely welcoming people, and they even host events in the spring free of charge for the townspeople to enjoy. Also, as a bonus, the owner kinda looks like olive oil. After the small break in Amarume, we went back to the train station to take the train to Sakata City. Finally, we head out to our accommodation for the night. Wakaba Ryokan. Ryokans are a type of traditional Japanese hotel. They are usually made of more traditional materials, the rooms have tatamis, and they have a more cozy vibe than hotels do. You often get a chance to talk to the owner, have a traditional Japanese breakfast called kaiseki, and try a nonsen. In this case, there were also a lot of those dolls. A lot. Alright, let's see the room. So, as my roommate is already settled, you'll see his pair of shoes waiting in the genkan, so the little step where you leave your outdoor shoes and you switch to your socks or indoor shoes. So we'll do just that, and then we'll take a look inside. I'm right, there should be... Ooh, yes, alright. So inside here we have our yukata, which is like sort of like a kimono, and you wear it after the hot bath. And yeah, we're gonna be dripped out tonight, baby. We have a little table where we're not gonna sit because I don't think if I sit down that low I'm ever getting back up. Let's see what we have here for the view. La. Behind the... Oh, that's a parking lot. Alright, let's just pretend that never happened. Wow, I'm sure there's a beautiful garden behind those paper curtains, but I guess we'll never know because it doesn't open. You got a TV, traditional Japanese TV, as they say. And we have your grandma's favorite sheet. I don't know what a sheet looks like that. They're really weird. But apart from that, it's a pretty nice place. It's not huge. It's like 1 bed, 2 bed, table, done. But the beds are pretty large, so that's nice. Hello there. Let's go see the bathroom. Oh wait, the light is outside. That's a little inconvenient, but hey. So, ooh, this is nice. We got the little slippers that are not gonna fit because it's made for Japanese feet. We got the toilet with the little bidet, baby. We're gonna have a clean ass all night. Wait, no, that's Poze. We got a little toiletries. We got a little nice bed. This is huge for Japan. Damn, that's a nice bed. So tonight I'm gonna be taking a bath and then going to the onsen, washing again, and then taking a hot bath in the spa. So we're gonna be clean, 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 baby. And we're gonna be relaxed and poached like an egg. All right. Alright, this is nice. We'll take the time to settle in, and as previously mentioned, we'll take a nice hot bath and get ready to go down for dinner. So I forgot to take videos of all we had for dinner, but it was a 5-course meal with some insane sashimi, some oyster karaage, and then the owner who was serving us all night and was extremely nice also told us that his wife actually prepares all the food, and they're a lovely couple and they're such amazing hosts. Alright, so we tried the onsen today. That was something. I timed it right so that there won't be anyone, just one guy who walked in as I was leaving. But it's still very weird to be in that space. It's like, yo, I'm naked, you're naked, let's hang out. But yeah, pretty nice though. On day 2 I had to wake up early, which I remembered I hate, but it was worth it for the Japanese in breakfast. We had some rice, we had some carrots, we had an omelette in the back shaped like a pie, we had a whole fish, some pork, and an eggplant and tofu soup, and it was all amazing. And we headed out to Hiroshima Museum. I told you those guys were everywhere. So we skimmed through the museum part, which I thought was weird at first, but then I realized it's because we got to see the amazing Japanese garden. This garden was so sick. Honestly, I think I found my new retirement plan. They explained to us that this whole garden and the villa that towers over it were built as a retreat for the Lord at the time. So the whole garden was built with the idea of giving him the best view in the city, shining a light on some of its most beautiful traits, like the mountains in the background. We also got to walk through the main entrance, which was reserved for very important people at the time, and also Helen Keller, apparently, because the Hanma family did a lot for visually impaired people. At some point they invited her, and she even got to plant a tree there, which was, let's say, just very well placed for someone who couldn't see. That door was small. As you can see a mark on the top of the door, I assume that a foreigner bumped his head there once. That has to be it, because that's what almost happened to me. The villa now also has a nice cafe area with an amazing view. Back to food. For lunch, they took us to Sakatanto, a fishing warehouse turned food tourism hotspot. Here, we'll find a lot of ocean-centric dishes. We were free to eat wherever, but we all decided to follow the guide's recommendation for the sashimi spot. And boy was he right, this tuna shines in the light, it melted in my mouth instantly. And then we had a sushi boat, or a sashimi boat rather, and a sashimi bucket with this fish head still in it, and we called him Mark. Well, I called him Mark, I think they called him Colbert or something, and the owner threw in some king crab in there. We then even got a big piece of tuna skin and tuna bone where we could scrape off the meat ourselves, which is a very unique experience that you usually have to reserve in different big restaurants. After lunch, we headed to Somaru House. Somaru used to be a restaurant, then it became a place to train geishas in the many arts that they have to master. We were lucky enough to witness 3 different dances, and once again, no video allowed during the dances. So I figured I'd take a video of a video they showed us to show you, but also take a picture with them to, give you some extra footage to look at. And to shame myself with my knees cracking in front of all the geishas. This day of culture with a visit to Kaikoji Temple. Kaikoji Temple is the only temple in Japan to be home to 2 mummies. Now it might be confusing to hear mummies. To be clear, we're not talking about Egyptian mummies of Scooby-Doo fame, as Philomena Kunk would put it. We're talking about living Buddhas, or Buddhist mummies. The mummification process is very different as they mummify themselves while still alive. As you can expect, we can't take videos of the mummies. But anyway, I think this is the kind of thing that doesn't convey well on camera. So, come and try it yourself. After using 100% of my brain power, it was time to head back to the ryokan and relax a little bit before going to dinner. For dinner, we went to this artificially created back alley in the heart of Sakata. Went for a classic with some yakitori, and the staff was once again amazing. This guy even showed us his shamisen performance when we started talking about it. So after a long night out, it was even harder to wake up, but we got another Japanese breakfast, baby. We got rice, we got marinated pork, we got braised fish, we got egg and ham, we got another miso soup, and we had to go to class. So we headed out to a Casa Fuku making class. Casa Fuku are a type of cloth dolls that you hang from a decorative umbrella and are said to provide you with blessing, especially if you offer them to a temple. I was making a mouse and it was going amazingly well, and the teacher barely had to help. Until I think I made the mouse curse, because then she tried to help, the needle broke in it, we had to fight to figure out how to take out the needle, and hopefully we took out all of the needle. But hey, meet soba. And the staff showed us this room with those amazing kimonos. And they just asked, hey, do you want to, try them? And so some people said yeah, and we then had a whole photo shoot. And as I didn't want to really wear the absolutely gorgeous kimonos and rip them up, I decided to just be part of the photo shoot as a helper. Then we headed out for dinner at this amazing little ramen spot because you can really see every single step of the ramen Oh yeah, that's when my phone with a semi-decent camera gave out. So let's just shoot a lower quality footage of me heading back. As I was saying, we got ramen, which was perfect on a rainy weekend, and then we picked up our stuff and headed home. I wanted to give a quick shout out to Hidden Japan. To be clear, I am not associated with them or anything. I got invited on this tour and figured it could be a good video, and against my gatekeeping instincts, I want to give you all the details so that you can have more options for your trip to Japan. Disclaimer, they are quite pricey. I don't know how much this tour will be priced at when it rolls out, but the other tours that they offer on their website are not cheap. But if you have the budget for it, I think it might be worth it. If not, you can also get single activities or experiences through their website. Their mission is to show you might have guessed it, the hidden Japan, the one that only the locals know. You don't just get the local experience, you get the highly curated local experience. It turns out with a smaller company like Hidden Japan, you get a tour from people who have actual connections with the locals. People seem so eager to open up to us, to help us, to give us more, to show us all they had because they have great connections with the people who run Hidden Japan. So yeah, I'm not saying you should necessarily go with them. I'm not saying you should not go with them. This is all up to you. I'm just saying this has been a great time, and I hope you try some more hidden spots on your visit.